sure does.
Gary and I went off to a training, which really we didn't even expect to go, and met a friend who we'd known for about 20 years. Just has it that we come across him about every 5 years and shared each other's journey, and he mentioned his new partner who had similar sort of journey as we'd explained and was passionate about personal development and her spiritual healing work. 2 weeks later we were to meet Nicole, and we just all gelled just with one cup of coffee. She shared how she takes people to Brazil to work with St. John of God and heal both on a physical, spiritual and emotional levels. The whole concept really excited me. She explained how she brought a crystal healing bed back from Brazil so that clients could actually experience healing sessions here in Melbourne. At the start of the crystal healing bed session, you usually have a private short chat with Nicole and explain whatever issues that you're wanting to work on that day. And sometimes they're physical, sometimes they're emotional, sometimes it's just part of your own personal development journey that you wish to enhance. For me, I went on to explain about the asthma I'd been experiencing, along with a couple of nodules that had been diagnosed. I was really excited about the potential that maybe that these could be shifted. I explained to her that I thought the nodule was on the left lung, and the reason I thought that was because when I was at the hospital they were exploring my heart. I thought the left lung was behind the heart, that would make sense. Because I remember when the doctors kind of said you had a couple of nodules, I was a bit surprised and taken back and didn't even ask any questions. So that was great. Hopped up on the table and spent maybe 40 minutes. And in that time, Nicole had actually walked out and left me there, and I'd experienced different sensations, heat changes happening. And when she returned, she sits in meditation and asks, what's been done and what's been happening. And her message was that all the work had been done on the right-hand side. To be honest, I was disappointed, angry and annoyed, because for me, I thought the nodules were in the left lung. So I'd assumed nothing had happened.
And how dare someone tell you what to do?
That's probably true. So I went home a bit disappointed, and I knew something was going on. For the next probably 12 hours, I'm going to the toilet every hour. I had quite a fitful night's sleep, and if anything, my breathing got worse. But that was okay. You move on. I accept the things that happen, and I realise sometimes there's things happening that I don't understand. Got a little bit down in the dumps thinking that maybe these little nodules would be diagnosed as cancer. And I'd been down that experience with my son and really didn't want to, so I played a little bit of the poor woe me saying, when your time's up, and I'm not doing that chemotherapy stuff and blah blah.
I was just making sure your life insurance was up to date.
That'd be right. And then I had a close friend come along and say, come on Jen, have you had that scan done, the repeat scan? And no, I hadn't. I'd kind of been avoiding it, and a couple of months had gone by. And she mentioned the amount of work and preparedness we were to help Daniel when he was sick. And she asked me, why was I not prepared to do that for myself? Bit of an aha moment. I said, okay, I get it. I'm playing a bit of the victim mode. I'll get out there and have it done and deal with whatever happens. So that night, came home, made an appointment to see the doctor on Monday, and off we went together. And when we were there, she's doing all the paperwork to do the scans and stuff. She mentioned that one nodule was 4.6 millimetre and the other one was 5.2 or 5.7, whatever it was, on the right lung. And I was really taken back. I'm kind of, beg your pardon, the right lung? And I said, but I thought they were looking at my heart and it would have been behind there. She said, Jen, when we take a CAT scan, we look at both lungs. Okay, beautiful. I absolutely knew in that moment that those nodules would be gone, that all the work that was done on the crystal healing table had been on the right side. They knew better than I did.
So I thought, I was a bit inquisitive about this table, so I thought, I'll go and see Nicole myself. So off I trot, and I said to Nicole, health-wise I felt good. I just had more to do with the financial side. That was more of an issue. of our business partners and how we're going to head forward in our life. Anyway, so I hopped on the table and whatever. I got off and I thought, well, I didn't feel any difference, you know. I said to you, I said, oh well. Came home and I thought, oh well, you know, that was it, you know. Didn't get much clarity. And it's interesting that same week, our business partners really started to come out and show me the truth of what's really going on. There were drugs involved. We were told to leave the business. And what I found with St. John of God was actually to give me more clarity of what was going on in my surroundings. And then with Jenny, we had a good friend, wasn't it, Jen? And she's just gone out of our life.
I think after the session, Nicole had mentioned that the work that the Light Beings had been doing on Gary was in relation to what we call the masculine line, your genetic masculine.
Yes.
So, you know, Gary's dad had some certain sort of traits and issues that Gary consciously chose not to follow that path. And I think the healing work he was doing down that line will have huge benefits for the fact that we have 3 sons. So not only has he healed back down the line, he's healed forward into the future. And for those who aren't quite understanding what we're talking about, we're going to do some information mornings so that you can come along and get much more insight in how this helps you reclaim the power in your life.
Definitely.
Thanks, we're looking forward to you joining us soon. Love to you all.
Thank
Bye
you.
for now.
Bye.